DawgNation's Next Generation series is brought to you by Pella Window and Door of Georgia. Pella, any style, any home, any budget. Visit PellaofGA.com to get started.
Welcome back, DawgNation. I'm Kaylee Mansell with Jeff Sentell, and we are so excited to bring you more on the next generation of talent headed to Athens. This week, we will continue with Jordan Big Baby Hall, the five-star defensive lineman out of Jacksonville, Florida. Now, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've got to be a bad dude to be able to have a nickname like Big Baby. Where does that come from?
Well, first of all, folks, I want you to get with me on this. When you think of Jordan Big Baby Hall, you got to smile because this young man just makes you smile. His personality is infectious. I think he's an NIL dream once he gets on the field at Georgia and kind of earns those type of fundings or earns those type of sponsorships. But get this. Now, he was a big baby. Don't get me wrong. He was a big baby. But I'm going to take you back to his 9th grade year, and he was playing with a bunch of playing with a bunch of juniors and seniors. And he was out there, he was getting reps. He didn't really lift weights until about a year and a half ago. So he was getting thrown around a little bit by the older guys. And he was getting whipped, and he didn't like it. And he was kind of pouting a little bit. And they go in the locker room afterward, and some of the guys are like, man, what is this guy doing? He's like a big baby out there. And like the coaches were like, son, do you have any idea how old he is? He's a freshman. He's out there mixing it up with you guys, and he's just a freshman. He's only going to get better. He's only going to get bigger. And somehow the coaches started calling him that. Older teammates started calling him that. The girlfriend started calling him that. In the school, he was known as Big Baby. But Jordan Big Baby Hall is going to be a big deal in Athens.
So when you look at his style of gameplay, what makes him different than the guys that UGA typically goes after?
Here's what I like. You always try to figure out what's their why and what matters to him. And Kaylee, a lot of times these guys that Georgia likes to recruit, we see it, we report it, they're state championship guys. They're from big, megawatt, crazy good programs with a lot of development. Jordan Big Baby Hall's not that guy. Like I said, none of his coaches really had him on weights until late in his junior year. Still was an All-American, still played so well. I think when he went down to FBU, he kept working out. He had all the offers already, kept working out, kept wanting to get better. I think he camped multiple times for Georgia because they were like, let's make sure he's as good as he looked like last time. But really, the thing for me that I want you to click in on is I think his high school teams won about 4 games his junior and senior years. So he knows what it's like to lose. He knows he hates that feeling. He knows how he wants to be a part of a winning team, how he wants to win at Georgia. And I think he's going to win about 4 or 5 games in about his first month of being a Bulldog. That hunger, that desire, ready to contribute, I think that's going to carry Jordan Big Baby Hall a long way.
Now let's look back at the All-American Bowl. Jordan Big Baby Hall made a huge play, then threw up a stack of dollar bills. A lot of people, including myself, didn't understand that. What's your intel on that? Yeah,
so first of all, his coaches set some ground rules. First of all, they had to be up by 21 points, and it couldn't do anything that directly showed up an opponent. Just so happens the East team was dominating, and they got up 21 points really fast. And he went around the locker room before and collected a lot of dollar bills. And yeah, he makes a tackle for loss. He reaches into a dirty sock and really starts doing that. Of course, he gets a penalty for it. And I know Trey Scott and Kirby Smart would never want to see that in a real game. But you ask him about it, and it was really a nod. This is called stacking up money. If you saw Michael Williams make sacks for Georgia last year, what he would do, that means you make a good play, your stock's going up, your worth's going up, that growth chart's going up on the bar graph. And that's what he was doing. That was an homage. That was a hat tip to Michael Williams and the future Trench Mafia, the Trench Mob under Trey Scott, that he's going to be a part of at Georgia. And really, you talk to the players after the national championship game about the future. They can't wait to get Big Baby on the field and start helping them out because he's going to make a big impact at Georgia.
So kind of continuing on with the All-American Bowl, I mean, they pull players from all across the country. It's the best of the best. So can you tell me a little bit about what he looked like in practice?
Dominating. Didn't look like a big baby. He made everybody else look like babies. He came to the All-American Bowl out in Texas, much like Michael Williams did when he was a senior. Kind of like with that John Wick vibe. He's like, I'm going to roll through everybody. I'm going to tear through everybody. Jordan Big Baby Hall understood maybe. He's like, it's everyone's prerogative to rank players higher than him. But he's like, I'm going to show you I'm the best defensive lineman in the country, at least the best defensive lineman here. And that's exactly what he did. He was one of the very best players at the event. He was pretty much unblockable when he wanted to be unblockable, busted up a lot of plays, and that's a very bright future ahead for Georgia. And what did he do? He earned his way to that 5-star status, went up to the number 1, the number 4 defensive tackle in the country. He stacked his dollars up.
Well, one thing we can be certain about is that Jordan Hall will be for sure to make a big name for himself in Athens when he arrives this fall. Now, for more on the next generation of talent headed to Athens, I'm Kaylee Mansell with Jeff Sentell, and we will see you right back here next week.
I'm Brian with Pella Window and Door of Georgia. I want to take some time today to share with you a little bit about how we can help you with your local project. You may be interested to know that Pella is the #1 rated brand among homeowners for innovation. That's important here with our Georgia Heat because we offer windows and doors that can help improve your energy efficiency by up to 79%. So if you'd like to learn more about that, come visit one of our local showrooms, check us out on our website, or just give us a call and we can set up an appointment.